Hello and welcome to another installment of Behind the Barricade here on this beautiful Monday. Guys, it's breezy. It's a nice one out. Spring is in the air everywhere I look around. And man, oh man, what a time. What a time. I can't wait for spring to be right around the corner. But guys, as you know, here every Monday, we try to get here every Monday as much as possible if work doesn't decide to kick me in the butt. But
Thanks.
we are here. We are live. We're here to talk about a lot of wrestling, a lot of AEW, a lot of NXT to get to. But
Yes.
there is a giant breaking news situation over the weekend. We're going to get into that. We're going to touch on it. We're going to leave some comments inside the comment section. We will get to them and read them for you. And we're gonna get there. Like already starting off hot. Jessica Hoffman with the check in. How you guys doing this evening?
What's up, Jeff?
Doing
And
well. Doing well.
Mitch, right off the bat, you guys know
Mitch,
anything on Scott Hall? Yes, Mitch, we're actually gonna
we're
get
gonna
right into that.
you just lead us through the door. But before we jump in, I want to ask how you guys are doing. How are you, Chris Carlos? How you doing?
All good, bro.
Excellent, brother. Excellent. Mark, hey, how are you, brother?
I am doing good, sir. A little bit of what we talked about, but I'm not gonna bring that energy to the show. We're gonna have a
Well,
good day.
man, have a good one. Come on, man.
Yes, we're gonna have a good time.
We're gonna bring your spirits up. All
Yes,
right. Now,
sir. We got a lot to
now
talk about.
talking about what we're about to talk about, not gonna bring anybody's spirits up, but over the weekend we had some breaking news that WWE Hall of Famer Scott Hall, um, according to the reports, we're a little bit conflicting here. That he was
So
either A going in for hip replacement surgery
no,
or
he had the
recovering.
hip he had the
Okay.
surgery, and then after, unfortunately, he suffered three back-to-back heart attacks.
Mm. It's a tough situation to fight through.
Yes.
Um, my grandfather passed away from a heart attack. Um, Heart disease runs in my family, so it's kind of frequent. I've dealt with these situations, but that was just one massive heart attack.
That's actually
Three.
how my this is literally exactly how my mom's best friend's husband went.
Oh my
He
goodness.
had he had a hip surgery, and then it just went south. He wound up having a heart attack, and he
Now the science behind it, they say clotting of the blood can lead to your carotid artery, which will trap into your heart,
yep.
which will form smaller heart attacks in frequent spots. I believe there's a scientific term for it. I don't have the term right now. I'm not a scientist nor a doctor. But with that news, it was saying that Scott Hall's on life support.
Yes.
We took that. We take that for what we can. We try to show respect as much as we can to the family, give them that space and time. But people close to the family, of course, like Kevin Nash,
Yes.
which is completely understandable. He's his best friend. He wants to know what the hell's going on. He put out a statement last night, and it says Scott's on life support. Once his family is in place, we'll be discontinuing his life support. I'm going to lose one person on this planet that I've spent more of my life with than anyone else. My
Yeah.
heart is broken, and I'm so fucking sad. I love Scott with all my heart, but now I have to prepare for life without him in the present. I've been blessed to have a friend that took me at face value, and I him. And when he jumped to WCW, we didn't care about who liked us or hated us. We each together, or we each other, we had each other. And the smooth Barry Bloom, we changed wrestling both in content and paid for those a lot that disliked us. We were the outsiders, but we had each other. Scott always felt it wasn't worthy of the afterlife. Well, God, please have some golden plated toothpicks for my brother. My life is enriched with his take on life. He wasn't perfect, but as he always says, the last perfect person to walk the planet, they nailed to the cross. As we prepare for life without him, just remember that there goes a great man. You ain't gonna see another one like him again. See you down the road, Scott. I couldn't love him, a human being, more than I love you. Tough words for a man that's about to lose his best friend. According to the last reports I heard, they're just waiting for the family to get there, say their goodbyes, and they'll be taking Scott Hall off for life support. Sad situation, sad for the rest of the community, for those of you who like big Scott Hall, outside of Scott Hall, Chico Razor Ramon, the bad guy Scott Hall, whichever Scott version of Scott Hall you loved, my heart goes out to you. You know, we can sit here all night, go over matches, but I don't want to do that. We don't have to do that. Um, So, guys, if you want to drop your favorite Scott Hall moment inside the chat, you're more than welcome to. I'm not opposed to reading it. Since it's just you guys, if you guys want to have a favorite Scott Hall moment, a match that you want to reminisce on real quick before we dive into AEW, you're more than welcome to.
Well, I just have that. What do you call? Razor Ramon was a classic character, which you don't see very often anymore. And then not only we did with the Outsiders, but like I've stated before, he was the one that came up with the Sting Crow gimmick, which look what that turned into. It was his idea. He's the one that went to Sting with it, and I mean it's iconic. So he's responsible for a lot of iconic stuff that went on in the late 90s, mid 90s in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Always going to be remembered in many different forms, in many different ways. I remember talking to Chris a couple of months ago when we were doing the throwbacks, and we saw how big Scott Hall was in one of these tapes. I was like, damn, Scott was that big? And Chris goes, yeah man. Scott was known as Big Scott Hall back in the day. He was huge. He was a big
he was a big boy.
He had the little mustache on him and everything, kind of like Rick Rude. But the crazy part about it was, look at what he turned into. And he made a character. Every character he's had, he made it work. And he embraced it, took it in for what it was. And sometimes life happens, man. Things catch up with you. The body catches up with you.
Yeah.
Just everybody go out there, take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
Mark, you got one good Scott Hall moment you want to talk about?
Damn. I was a big fan of Scott Hall when he was, part of the NWO and shit, and I was also a big Razor Ramon fan back in the day. I loved the character. I thought he was funny. I think his character, being that like Cuban kid, it kind of might have like given Eddie Guerrero a little bit of inspiration towards his character and his swagger. And yeah, he's just gonna really be missed, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's rough.
Yeah, he got that character from Scarface.
He did, yes.
It's amazing.
And he's got, he's got one of the most famous monikers around with the "Hey Yo."
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
only man I know that can flick a toothpick perfectly into a
he's
camera.
definitely a legend.
He damn sure is a legend. That's for damn sure. But man, as we know, those of you, I know I got to put this public service announcement out. For those of you who are wrestling fans online, be fucking respectful, please. Let's not talk about what promotion is going to memorialize him and how they're going to do it like we did Brody Lee. Can we not go down that road?
Yeah,
just take the moment for what it is. It's a damn shame. The man's passed on. Y'all sitting here talking about who did it better. I don't give a damn who did it better. I don't care about his wife. I care about his kid. That means more to me. His family means more to me. His friends mean more to me.
Yeah, you jackasses mean shit. So
I don't give a damn who does a thing for.
Oh, okay. So I do want to read this fuckery that Dave Meltzer posted 2 hours ago, just because I want to get it out there because we're live now. So Dave Meltzer said 2 hours ago on Twitter, Scott Hall was taken off life support. First of all, he spelled life wrong. He spelled it live, but okay. He said Scott Hall was taken off life support 4 hours ago. He is still alive at this writing. Miracles have happened, but this would need to be one of them.
I don't even want to read the comments. I don't want you to read the comments. I don't, because I can only imagine.
I'm curious.
So I just read it to yourself. If you got to chuckle.
Let's just leave it at Godspeed to Scott Hall.
Absolutely. Just don't even take that for what it is, guys. Take any stock into that what it is. And Rich goes, it got me an NWO shirt. I think we all had one at a point, right? Then we all have an NWO shirt as a kid somehow, some way. I think I had the red and black. I was a big Wolfpack fan. I thought it was cool.
What? Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't that bad because X-Pac actually commented and said, I know you all mean well, but it's weird seeing RIPs while our friend's heart is still beating.
Jesus Christ.
X-Pac said that. About the same time, 2 hours ago.
Like we never said that the man died. Okay, we just saying
No, we did not say that the man died. As far as I know, he is still fighting.
Like I said, let's be respectful.
But
let's let his family and friends console him. Let's do our part of reporting what we need to report. We put out the facts. Those are the facts that we know as of right now.
Yep, and we'll leave it at that.
Yep, I'm not gonna dive into Meltzer and try to because leave it alone, Meltzer. Leave it alone. You got Mitch coming in, goes when he won the IC title back in 2010 in the ladder match. Great match. So I'm saying, man, one of the best ladder matches ever. I got a couple that's up there though. Can compete with that one.
Yes, sir.
All right. Jessica Holman goes, as you guys know, I posted a pic of the bad guy like I had posted. We had a great convo, and it was an honor to have met him. Oh man, yeah. Jessica Hoffman, if you guys go into the Behind the Barricade group page, she posted a picture that she took of Scott Hall from above. It was a cool shot.
Yep.
She got to meet and talk to him. So if you guys want to check that out, hop on over to the group page.
That was a once in a lifetime moment.
Absolutely. Mitchell says no.
You got one yesterday.
What the? So you just gonna be that guy, huh?
He's that guy.
You that guy. Just like, let me guess, Mitch. You showing up to the services too. You just gonna go down the GA to show up with the NWO shirt on. That's what you're gonna do. With your jeans pulled up to his belly button, shirt tucked in, ready to go. Come on, Mitch. Don't do that. But man. Yeah, man. Crazy stuff. But damn it, a lot to get into, guys. A lot to get into. AEW. Let's talk about it. Guys.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about it, right? AEW, man, I have to say, I wasn't upset. With this episode of Dynamite. I have to say, I was pretty content.
Excuse me.
I was digging it.
Good.
Just to give you guys a quick rundown, for those who have not seen it, you should have seen it by now. But yeah, the TNT title match with Sammy Guevara and Scorpio Sky.
Yes.
AEW championship match between Adam Page and Dante Martin, which we'll come on now. Thunder Rosa taking on the legit Layla Hirsch. Moxley and Bryan Danielson for the first time ever as a team in AEW taking on the workhorses.
The Spine.
Yeah.
I love it.
Jericho addresses Eddie Kingston, of course. You have an emergency board meeting for you know who. The house of what would the hello.
Jelly making an appearance early?
I heard baby crying.
Said, go dada.
Oh, hi. I'm right here. Are you okay? Come. I don't have a cup.
I could get you a cup.
All right. So how we're gonna jump into this right here. Let's go. Let's start it off the way the night started off. Eddie Kingston, Chris Jericho had a decent match at Revolution, right?
Yes.
Decent.
And
they're calling it. This best ever shit's got to stop.
Come on now, guys. Best ever?
That was not by far the best ever.
I stand by it. Eddie Kingston needs to buy himself a gym, a home gym.
Yeah, Eddie Kingston needs to get back into it.
And the crazy part is you have Eddie who is trying to get himself into somewhat of a rhythm here at AEW, right? I would assume. I'm looking at the matches he's had. I'm looking at his track record a little bit here at AEW. He's had some big matches against some big name people. He gets his ass kicked the majority of them.
Yeah.
Almost 90% of them. So he's had spots. So you can't say he's being mistreated.
And I think but I think it's for Eddie. I think it's more of a look thing. Like you look like you're out of shape. You look like you're ready to get your ass kicked.
But he is getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, and he is. Exactly. And that's what they're handing him.
Okay. So you're taking this as
The guy shows up every week looking like somebody's drunk Theo, bro. Like
you got a point there.
He does.
he's
He
got
does.
the fucking the beer gut, bro. He's
When
the
he
beer
took
gut,
down
the
that
guy-
singlet, he took down the singlet was worse. Because
Everything
all it
just-
did was accentuate his gut.
Everything just dropped.
Like, come on, Eddie. Like,
Oh my god.
No, man. Listen, if you're gonna look, like Kevin Owens is the model for this.
Oh
so to
man, that
speak.
was funny.
and this
Kevin
is why-
Owens,
yeah,
he's
go ahead, Chris.
got thick shoulders, he's got thick arms, so he's got a big midsection, but it's in proportion.
It's in proportion.
We
But
all know
Kevin Owens
Kevin Owens
slimmed
is
down
in-
a lot since he first
We all know
started.
Kevin Owens is in shape. Eddie
Yeah.
Kingston just does not look the part, and he really needs to. And people have to pump the brakes on this being so great of a match and whatever they're saying, because it was okay.
And it's like what we said. We got on here, and this is why I do feel like some of these wrestlers actually do watch us, like really, or may have just come across our podcast at one point, bro. Because it's like we literally jumped on here and we talked about Chris Jericho not being in shape, and what happened? Chris
yeah.
Jericho went and fucking got in shape.
He disappeared for 3 months, came back with a 6-pack. I don't understand.
Exactly. Like
what?
we said the same thing about Hangman Page. Hangman Page really wasn't all that in shape, and look what happened.
No, he was in shape. We never said that about him.
He
Well,
he
we
got
said
he
he
got
needed
in better
sex
shape,
appeal.
I should say.
We said he needed a lady. He needed sex appeal.
Yeah, he needs a little stank on him.
But I
Yeah.
think
a
what
lady coming though.
he's got, he's got something going on with the Dark Order again right now, and I think it's gonna be big for him this time. But we'll see.
We'll see.
The
But look,
pizzazz is coming.
Kingston, Jericho addressed the situation of Jericho kind of giving Kingston the rub over here in the promo, and then we lead into
That went
Kingston
south.
coming out, really cutting one thing about Eddie talks, he can talk. Gets on the mic, he gives it to you real. He ain't gonna sugarcoat it, he ain't getting no script. He's gonna cut a promo. He talked about him wanting the result to going back to his demons because he was scared.
Yeah.
He didn't want he was nervous about upsetting the people.
Yep.
And when he had 2 people at FanFest meet him and told him that they decided that not to do certain things to themselves because of him, it made him motivated to get in the ring with Jericho and go. Now, okay. Good promo, realism, you're putting us there, you're getting us there, you're trying to make it relatable. I get it. Now, what not the promo part, this is the part that made me chuckle. Is all right, so 2.0 hits the ring.
And Garcia.
And Garcia. Did anybody notice something that I noticed? Eddie took the bump from 2.0 pretty damn well. Like he went down immediately, knowing that I'm gonna go swinging at these guys. Jericho stood there with a little stutter step, like, what do I do? And it just made the situation so awkward. And it was so weird. I never see Jericho do something like this where it was almost telegraphed that a heel turn is coming.
It was poorly executed.
Yes, it was. And it made me laugh. I was cracking up from that point on.
Yeah, if it wasn't a poor idea having 2.0 crash the party, it was poorly executed.
So
it was doubly poor.
It was horrible. And then you have this guy pull out a bat. Then you have Santana Ortiz hit the ring to help. And now we got the bat involved. Jericho, those back swings. Come on, brother. You know there was love taps you going with that bat. Don't swing the bat like that if you know you only gonna give love tap. It looks so fake. I was like, can we make it look somewhat? It looked horrible. The bat shot to Eddie's head only looked good because Eddie sold it well. Don't toss Eddie out of the ring. All that stuff. It only looked good because Eddie made it look good. Santana Ortiz tried their best, but it's only so much you can make look good. it was a clusterfuck of a mess. I'm sorry to say it that way. The name once again, who's picking the names of these factions? Can I ask a serious question?
What was the name?
The Jericho Appreciation Group.
Yeah, the Jericho Appreciation Group.
They just call it the Jericho Experience or some stupid. I mean, it's terrible.
Oh, Jericho Appreciation Society. Whatever that means. Like you're not appreciated. Some people put you on your Mount Rushmore. You're not appreciated. I'm confused.
I can just see it, and it's so funny because it's like the letters for it is literally gas. You can see how you can make a joke out of that with the gas prices, with the rising gas prices.
Oh Jesus, it's terrible. The names of these groups are not very good.
No.
I gave Inner Circle a pass because of the meaning behind it.
Inner Circle was fine.
Yeah, and it had some meaning behind it.
But you're running out of names.
Yeah, Pinnacle.
It's too many groups.
Terrible.
And I said, then we had the House of Black and the House of Demons and House of Cards, House of Lies. Which house is it? What house are we in? Because I'm confused.
Instead of just being the House of Black, we have to have an offset of it.
Like, I'm confused. Whose house are we at? Just
you just be the House of Black.
Rodney, you just sounded like when you said that. You sound like Tony Baker.
No, but it's true.
I'm confused.
Whose house is it? And shout out to T Baker. He's my favorite.
T Baker's my boy, bro.
One of my favorite comedians. But the point is that we cannot continue to make factions for the sake of factions. Now I get why they're doing this faction. You're trying to get 2.0 over.
Yeah, and it's not.
Haven't they been doing that? With all the rub they've been getting?
They couldn't get over one company.
They couldn't get over exactly.
What makes you think they're gonna get over here?
They had so many opportunities here to get over.
And they had more opportunities. Chris, you hit the nail right on the head. They had more opportunities in AEW to get over than they did in NXT.
We're gonna call them 0.2.
Like, this is what is happening? Like, just
because they're 0 for 2 as far as companies go.
Like, unbelievable. I'm stunned. I'm just flabbergasted.
2.0 is enhancement talent. That's what they are, and they're trying to push them.
Exactly.
And now you got them in with a main event player, and they don't deserve to be there. So now you're knocking some of your credibility.
Jake Hager, I feel bad for you, Jake. You got to get out that group, man.
Jake Hager, hopefully he turns, because that's a bad.
Run for cover, because now I held him a little higher than them because of the company he kept, and he was playing his role as sometimes good, sometimes bad, but he played his role well. Now you down here with these guys.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry, man. I'm not buying
it. Jericho's down there with those guys.
That's the scary part. But can we give him a pass, Chris? Because he's the older gentleman trying to help out the younger guys.
Yeah, but as the older gentleman, you have to go in the back and say, "I'm sorry." These guys, we gave them an opportunity, haven't gotten over. Working with a Sammy Guevara is totally different than working with 2.0. They're enhancement talent. That's all they are. Daniel Garcia, maybe he could break free from 2.0 and become something, but right now he's enhancement talent. And
you got a point. If Chris Jericho can get you over, just quit. Just quit, man. Jericho can get a pair over.
But I mean, I don't know. Jericho, he wants to attach his legacy to this. That's
he wants to be the guy that turns 2.0 into something. Good luck. Good luck. You want to down that hill? Knock yourself
Chris
out.
Jericho in 2.0. What is it going to be? The biggest ruse in wrestling history? How they were battling, and they're the ones that put him out, and now he's back with them. Stupid.
I'm baffled. I know Mark is baffled.
That gets an F for starting the show. An F minus, actually.
Yeah. Why do we start the show this way?
F minus.
You're coming off a really decent pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And I'm using the word decent very, very lightly here. Because I've seen people tell me Revolution is better than WrestleMania already. And the WrestleMania didn't even happen yet. Well, first of all, That's unfair. That's completely unfair.
And honestly,
Let
I
the
think
show happen because we know how Vince does things. Things happen in the middle of the show on a spur of the moment. They might be gems for all we know. You know, you never know with this guy. So we can't really judge anything before we see it. But if you think it's so good, and if I'm Tony and I'm booking this show, I want to capitalize on what these people are telling me.
Yeah.
I don't think he capitalized here. I'll start the show off with that.
No.
That should have been middle of the show. I forgot about it even happened. Like, don't end the show.
The one thing that WWE usually does right is after a pay-per-view, right out of the gate on Raw, they address the situation.
The heavyweight main event.
Whatever happened, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
get into some of these comments quick because Mitch was like, Angelica agrees with you guys with the gym. And then he said he saw Daniel Garcia on Friday at Hog. They can wrestle, but keep them out of a group. And then Jessica said, Christopher Brown wanted me to tell you guys that there is a rumor of Cody being backstage at Raw. Jessica, we're going to touch base on that.
Yes, we're getting around to it.
We're going to get around to that.
And just thanks for the update for Christopher Brown. We appreciate you. Christopher Brown working diligently behind the scenes, man. He hunting for stories, baby. Hunting for stories. But nonetheless.
So that's an F.
Yeah, I gotta give it an F.
Yeah.
Bleacher Report gave it a B, but I think
who gave it a B?
Okay,
Bleacher Report gave it a B. But I'm gonna give it a less than that.
That's a fucking F.
I might have to cancel my Bleacher Report subscription.
No, I'm pissed off at them, man. I had to watch the whole pay-per-view on my phone. Don't get me started with Bleacher Report.
Yeah, I had to watch it. I had to watch the end of it on my phone.
Man, oh man. AEW Championship match. Hangman Adam Page, the man that lacks sex appeal, taking on Dante Martin. Now, Dante, I got a lot of love for Dante. I think Dante is a promising talent. But when you put the champion up against a guy like Dante Martin, we kind of did the title have to be on the line here? Did it really?
He worked his way up to it though, while his brother was out, and now his brother's back. And as Hangman said, they have the opportunity to go for the tag team titles.
Granted, but a championship match to be the first match on a Dynamite?
Yeah, see, that's not the way we should have started it off. Honestly.
I agree with Rodney.
You got to put if anything, switch the main event around. Put this on the main event.
Put that on the main event because the kid really fucking held his own in that match.
He did, and at some points, I felt like he looked better than Hangman.
Yeah, he did.
Which really bothers me because I love Hangman Adam Page.
No, I do too.
And it irks my nerves that since he got the belt, he has just, I don't know what it is, guys. He's been a lost puppy.
It's the booking.
It's the booking.
It's really crazy.
First of all, Dante Martin should be, he's a tag team wrestler right now.
Absolutely.
He's much better with his brother. Like you said, Rodney, you're giving out title matches. It didn't have to be a title match.
This could have been about one-on-one.
The nauseating, let's congratulate the young guy again after the match. That didn't add to any stank on Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah,
you're the fucking champion. Stop with the pandering to people now. That's what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's pandering. Great. We all watched it. We can decide if we thought Dante Martin had a good showing. I don't need you, Hangman, saying it. We understand that you guys all give each other respect in the back. I don't need to see it every 2 minutes in the ring. We just went from Shake My Hand, Chris Jericho, to the very next segment, we have Hangman Page applauding his opponent. I don't want to see that shit all the time. Then you literally did 2 segments in a row. We know, listen, I'm in on the joke. I get it. It's staged. I get it. Save your respect and your bro hugs, but in the back.
Look, I want to say something, and some people might take offense to this. But hey, I'm gonna say it anyway.
Good, bro.
You lack discipline in that locker room, and I'm explaining to you why. When you look at this, and Chris, you every time you bring up a good point, I love it because this is everything I'm thinking, and I always forget this stuff, and you pull it right out of my mind, and bring it to the forefront. It's a lack of discipline. Because listen, I understand it's an act. We're in on the joke, but this is competition. This is not the buddy system. I love you, you love me. Let's hug it out. It's like football players. After you get the doors blown off of you by 50, you're standing in midfield trading jerseys. No, I don't want your jersey. You just blew my doors off. I'm going in the locker room. I'm pissed off. I want a rematch. I want to see you in 2 weeks because I want to whoop your ass. That's how it needs to be. And Chavo made a statement saying that in WWE, they micromanage you. And in AEW, they don't do it enough. It's like they have a bunch of young guys that they don't know how to book it correctly. So it's just a spot fest.
Yeah.
And when you lack that discipline, this is where veterans in the locker room play a big part.
Mm-hmm.
Where guys got to show other guys, like, hold on, listen, slow down a second. Look, maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe Dante Martin don't need to be in a match with Hangman for the title. That might not make sense to people. So we just gonna do this at the expense of Dante Martin to have Adam Cole come out and challenge him to a 6-man tag.
Yeah, they should have had something like.
But this is a world title match. This is not like it was a one-on-one offshoot.
Well, and that's another thing that stuck in me. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah,
they just wrestled the night before, and he comes out not asking for a rematch, but for a fucking 6-man tag match.
So
the fuck is that?
We're trying to book the breakup between him and the Dark Order. As you can see, they're planting that seed.
Yeah, but then we have 2 potential breakups because is it Young Bucks he's going to break up with, or is it Red Dragon he's going to break up with? So you have 2. Now it's like for years we said every week they had a new buddy system. Now we're going to see how many partnerships we can dissolve in the same show
because you got too many buddies.
Because but instead of letting them happen naturally, now we're going to force it down your throat. 3 in 1 show was Monday. 3 partnerships dissolved, and it's just. But as they're dissolving, we're making new ones. A la Jeff Hardy, a la fucking 2.0 showing up.
Yeah.
Well, it's now so Inner Circle's done, but now we got a new one.
I'm happy you brought this to the attention. Like at this point, you need to understand that this is what this company is, and I'm accepting it. So don't tell me that it's not. I'm not dumb. I see it in my face. It's clear as day. This is what they are. They're the buddy system guys. They love everybody. These guys just love pro wrestling, okay? But pro wrestling also requires some storytelling. But also pro wrestling also just requires some discipline. Yeah. When you have to make it believable, even though it's not real. Do you understand? That's the point of pro wrestling. That's the point of entertaining people. It's not just hop off of this, hop off of that. Oh, we had a match. I can go anywhere. I can go to Deer Park and watch guys have 100 matches over NYWC and enjoy myself if that's what I wanted. But this is a cable network television show that is supposed to entertain me. At times, they entertain me very well. Not with their storytelling. They entertain me more with their wrestling than their storytelling.
The wrestling.
And I yearn for story. I'm like, all right, so what? How does this make sense? This right here doesn't make sense. You can't try to make this make sense to me.
Yeah. So
take away the title pick, the WWE World Championship out of this, makes sense now. Dante Martin worked hard. Mark, you say he worked hard. He moved, got this opportunity. Get it. If that's the case, move it to the main event. If you think this kid worked hard and you think he deserves this opportunity, move him to the main event. Now you really see what the kid's all about.
Well, you know why? Because he's not main event.
He's not a main event talent, so that's why you have him in the first match of the show.
He's not main event, and if you're going to be in main event spots or wrestling for the title, you got to cut a fucking promo.
Yeah.
He hasn't cut one. So, and where did they come up with him as the number 2 ranked wrestler?
Sometimes the ranking system works.
Which is all of a sudden, Dante Martin's ranked number 2. Okay.
Let's get rid of it.
Good to know, JR. Thank you.
Just get rid of it. And he's another one.
This is not a knock on Dante Martin. But
No,
you gotta
they're not gonna
you
book
gotta
it.
give me more. Give me unless you're Bill Goldberg and his run, you need to cut some promos.
Yeah, man.
Sorry,
Or get a mouthpiece.
you need something. And I thought when his brother came back, perfect. That you saw a different Dante. It seemed like it worked much better.
Mm-hmm.
But
and I like Dante. I
I
do.
do.
I think Dante has a promising future in pro wrestling. Promising. He's got a look to him. He's this generation's wrestler.
Yeah, he's quick. He's athletic.
Yes,
He's a high
he's
flyer.
He's the everything you want in this generation's wrestler. Dante Martin is.
Yeah,
But one thing you got to understand is not Dante's fault.
he
How
lacks
you book
showmanship.
him,
yes,
you got to be a showman. You
Not a
got
showman.
to
Showmanship.
you put this guy in a showman situation right here.
Yeah.
How is he going to entertain me? He's a talented kid, but is he talented enough to challenge for a title on the first match of a Wednesday night post a pay-per-view? Do you understand how important that is? Now we're building to the next big show. Do you get it?
if you're just jumping in the ring doing your moves, that's called practice.
Yes.
You're not grabbing the crowd into it. You, like Mark said, you're not a showman,
No,
Yeah,
and
you're
you
not a
have to be a showman.
gotta be a
Are
showman,
you
guys.
talented? Are you talented enough to get
know,
yourself
before
to
we
main
move-
event material?
Exactly. And the last thing I'll say about this is like Sammy Guevara, when they put him in there with Jericho. So there's your mouthpiece, there's everything, and it worked.
And
All right. So you need to do something with Dante Martin besides just throw him in these willy-nilly matches and expect me to believe that he's that caliber.
One thing about Sammy is Sammy's a showman.
Showman.
My thing
Sammy
is,
goes out there with the signed card. Sammy goes
Now-
out there. He got the sex appeal.
Mhm.
He got all of that about him.
and getting to Sammy, but we're gonna get into that match because obviously we know how the outcome of that match. But I don't want this to be a never-ending feud of Sammy with the fucking TNT title now, where he wins it, he loses it. He wins it, he loses it.
You might just get that. You might just
Because
get
that's
that.
what it's starting to seem like.
You might just get
No,
that,
I think
man.
I think that was to fix an error they made. They
you
took
think-
it off him. Contract wasn't signed, and we got to get it off back on somebody else. That's what happened there. I think Cody was going to run with that, and Khan fucked up, and the contract wasn't worked out,
Fair. I can
and
see it
that's
that
why
way.
they went back to Sammy.
I can see it that way because it's gotten so annoying. The hot potato method
Yeah,
right here with this
exactly.
TNT championship. Guys, take value in the title. It's supposed to. You telling me it matters, right? You're trying to show to me that the title matters. Prove it to
This
me.
is not the only brand that we've seen this in. We've seen this in WWE numerous times.
Oh, you've seen it all
With
over
Brock and
wrestling. It's
Roman.
just- yeah, we've seen it
But
all over wrestling.
I think it only flipped recently because of that. I think before
Yeah.
that, you had some long-standing champions.
Yes, you did.
But
Yeah,
I think they put their eggs in Cody's basket one more time, and it backfired. And then they had to give it back to Sammy immediately.
that makes sense.
This time they got egg
Listen,
on
that
the
bullshit that Cody was home with COVID and all that bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. They gave him the title. Tony Khan figured, let me give him the title back, and he's going to sign the contract. Cody said, no, I'm not signing the contract. So Tony Khan, at that point, okay, let's tell everyone Cody has COVID. We'll give it back to Sammy. You won't even have to wrestle Cody for it. That was a full-blown, covering their tracks. That was
ruse.
and they could have just had Sammy hold it that whole time, and then it wouldn't appear that they're flipping it so much. And we know it's gonna. Is it flipping again this week? Because we got the elephant in the room, Wardlow coming for it. So if it flips this week, then there was no reason to flip it last week. It could have just been Wardlow beating the crap out of Sammy Guevara, taking it.
Makes sense.
Like we all expected. It just seems like, we forgot about Scorpio Sky, so let's throw him a nugget for a week.
It's like almost like the fucking TNT titles becoming the 24/7 title that we actually have to wrestle for.
Now you don't want it to be that.
No.
I don't want to see that at all. I want this title has meaning, but you're starting to make it starting to lose its value when you're doing shit like this with it. Because to me, I've taken more stock into the TNT title than I did the World Championship. You know,
And I think it's
storytelling with that one is better than your main title.
It's starting to be because I feel like it started with the whole unification of the title shit, and I think we just need to go back to cutting it down to one belt. Why do we have to have two belts? They're both identical. One's just a little bit fucking shinier than the other
Which
one
was a mistake.
because the other one's got more diamonds than the other one.
It's so dumb. It's you made a
If you
mistake.
want to keep the one that Brody Lee wore, just keep that one.
That's fine. Just fine.
Keep it in
Nobody's-
his honor.
But to Chris's point, that makes me believe Chris's point even more because why are you still carrying around two belts?
Yeah, why is that a thing?
Just get rid of. Why do you don't need two no more? The Cody
No.
story's over. It's been over.
By the way, speaking of two belts, I know that there's talks of the whole unification between the two WWE titles. I got a leak of what the title's supposed to look like. I don't know if I have to find it. I think I might have accidentally deleted it, but I had a leak.
All right, we'll get back to that. We'll roll into NXT. Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, first time in AEW teaming together with good old William Regal in that corner. Yeah, who don't like William Regal, right? Good man. But they're taking on TD Drake and Anthony Henry, the workhorses. I do like TD Drake's name. JT, I said TD Drake. You hear me? TD Drake. Oh my God. JT Drake.
JT Drake, yeah.
And Anthony Henry. I do like that name. I do like the workhorses. That's cool. That's a cool little name for a tag team, right?
The workhorses, I like that. That word.
That's cool. But damn it, did they run into a buzzsaw? Like, because you got the two monsters in here, the two top drawers in AEW right now, teaming together with William Regal in their corner. They look unstoppable.
They get their ass kicked.
Dude, they look good together. They really do. And
real quick,
like
before I lose it, that's what the title's supposed to look like.
That looks
Same.
All they did was change this.
Just added red, white, and blue to it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
They literally just changed the red part on the bottom to blue.
They had a nice title. Go back to it.
Yeah.
Can we make this title prestigious again? Can we bring this one back?
Oh, man, I wish. At some point, you have to look at this division and the tag team division and say, AEW doing pretty good. But damn it, if Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley decides to go on a tear and run through the tag team division,
yeah,
good God Almighty! If I'm the guy sitting there with the tag titles, I'm taking a deep breath right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm taking a deep breath because not only am I going to be nervous because I got the two top drawers in the company teaming together.
You get that,
and I gotta wrestle them.
Oh, man, you just get that perfect wrestler out of Bryan Danielson, and then you just get that guy that just is raw and just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful pairing.
Beautiful. Oh my God.
It's the odd couple. It's wonderful, and you got a mouthpiece like William Regal in your corner.
Oh, absolutely.
Who's just good at what he does. So and I don't see William being there for a long period of time, being a mouthpiece for these guys. Do they need William Regal to talk for them?
No.
That's not really what he's there for.
I think he's there for a little bit more, but they're keeping him in this position right now to introduce him to everybody and then transition him to where he needs to be.
Yeah.
Thought it was a really cool pairing to put him with them to get jump start. Why not? The two hottest things in the world, bringing a new signee of a suit to team up with them. That's pretty cool. Get things going, roller coasters off to the races. But looking at that tag team division, do they got a shot to run through and destroy everybody?
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm excited. I'd love
100%.
to see Moxley and Danielson take on the Lucha Bros. Oh my God, that match.
Oh,
because we know Penta can get down and dirty with it when he really wants to. He'll bust out. He'll get hardcore real quick. Man might do all the great moves in the ring, but guess what? He'll bust out a chair, a table, some thumbtacks. He'll get the dog will come out of him.
especially now that he's back to his Penta Oscuro.
Oh yeah. So I'm expecting fireworks. You know,
But do we get him and Ray, or do we get him and Pac?
Pac, the Pac character is very, very odd to me right now. I think he might need to rebrand this a little bit because it's coming off a little funny.
I think if you're gonna roll with Penta like this as Penta Oscuro, like I think you need to get a little darker.
Well, they're trying. They're trying. You know, you got him associated with and who he's up against.
With him,
They're trying to get a little darker, but Moxley and Ryan, I think they can get as dark as you want them to be. They have a very good base here. Like I said, whoever's in the ring with them, they're gonna make them into instant stars.
Yeah.
If you're a star potential. Now the War Horses, no disrespect, but
No.
come on. Let's be real here. Like now you're telling
they
me
need to be in every conversation. They need to be in the tag team conversation. They need to be in the TNT conversation. They need to be in the AEW championship conversation.
They're my top drawers, Chris. Why not?
If you're going to put those two together, that's what needs to be done. They need to take tag team belts. They need to, if they have all the belt, like if Wardlow does take the belt, you know, you got two of them you got to deal with when you're trying to take the belt from Wardlow. They are clearly, and I'm sorry to anybody else who wants to disagree with me, they are clearly the two top in the company. And then you got MJF.
It's not debatable.
But those two, they are top. I'm sorry. Moxley in the beginning was one of the reasons why a lot of other people started watching AEW when he showed up. Brian Danielson gave it a real kick in the ass in September that they needed. And if you're going to put them together, do it right. Don't dick around and have them run roughshod, a la the way the Shield did and all that. Have them run roughshod over AEW.
Yeah.
Look, it's time to lean on your top drawers. If I'm AEW, lean on those guys. I'm not trying to say burn them out. What I'm saying is lean on them. Lean on them, lean on them, lean on them. Work them, put them in the ring with top level talent, put them in the ring with potential top level talent who you believe in, who want to give a shot. Okay, so you believe in Jungle Boy and
Luchasaurus.
And Luchasaurus. All right, so you believe in those two guys? Okay, put those guys in the ring with them. Let's see what they really got. Let's see if you cut from that same cloth. You understand? Like, I'm not saying that these guys can't hang, but this is a true test of if you can hang. Because if you can make a hell of a match with these two, all right, then you can wrestle anybody. So let's you can wrestle anybody here.
And you're at a point. You're at a point in AEW where AEW is known for having a good tag team division.
Yes, they are.
They have a great tag team division, and let's get those titles moving around.
Yeah,
let's get those titles moving around. We can do something with this.
Yeah.
I don't see. I'm telling you right now, if Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy hang on to these titles, they are not hanging on to them for much longer with Mox and Danielson coming up through the rankings now.
I personally don't see them getting past the next pay-per-view.
No, not with Danielson and Mox.
They're gonna shoot too far up the ranks, and they're gonna have to see them.
Yeah,
and I don't want to see them.
They did have a really good showing at the pay-per-view.
They did.
Luchasaurus especially.
Yeah, he came out his shell.
But I would like to see them lose those titles prior to the pay-per-view. To somebody like Pac and Penta.
I think that they were the safe pick right now to be given.
They just got the title,
and they were the safest guys, that always healthy, always there.
We got time. When is Double or Nothing? Double or Nothing's not until May. Yeah, we got mad time.
Usually Memorial Day weekend, right?
And they're gonna have like another major show. We got the St. Patty's Day show next.
You have to showcase Jungle Boy with a belt. So
we got the St. Patrick's Day bash this week.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, on Wednesday, and St. Patty's Day is Thursday.
If you're not going to give him a singles title, he needs to have that strap for a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're going to build him to what he needs to be.
But this goes to our point. Maybe all right, so we got the tag team titles out of the way with these two. let's break them out of the box a little bit on their own here. Let's spread those wings and let them fly a little bit. We know Jungle Boy can go singles. We know
Yeah.
Luchasaurus can go singles.
Yeah,
Why
we could put
why we
Luchasaurus in a
playing
big man
around?
competition.
We never said that they had to split forever. You know, nothing's forever in wrestling. You gotta just split them up for a second to see how they can do on the singles run together by
Yeah,
themselves. Let them fly a little bit.
absolutely.
Jungle Boy, especially, man, the kid's too talented to be trapped in a tag team, and we
For
gotta see what we got with him. We know he's talented, but is he that guy? Is he the next potential up and coming star?
He could be a breakout superstar. He really could.
But I gotta
He's
see
got
him
the
in.
potential.
I gotta see him in there with big time talent. I gotta see them in there with Brian Danielson and Mox. I need consistency up there with those guys. I need him to
Yeah.
be treated like Darby and the way Sammy Guevara being treated right now. That's
Okay,
what I
so
need.
that could go that route because we already know that Mox and Danielson can prove themselves as singles talent. They've done it.
Mhm.
So do we pair him up in a singles comp against one of them and possibly have them put him over?
He's over.
He's over.
Leave
But
him alone.
get him to that
Jungle
level
Boy is about as
where.
Jungle Boy is about as over as anybody in the company.
But what I meant by that was get him to that level where we know that he's going to be able to shine against big talent in singles comp.
He can shine. It's just like I said, if you're going with the trajectory of a Wardlow as your TNT champion, that
Yeah.
changes who the opponents would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
In our belief, Wardlow should be in that AEW title picture right now.
Yeah.
Stop dicking around. Because now you're going to dick around and put him in the mid-card title.
That's
He
what I
needs to
meant.
go straight to the
Yeah.
top now.
That's what I meant about Jungle Boy. It's like I know the injury situation in the tag team division has been a little rough, so it probably changed the plans.
Yeah.
And you wanted to put Jurassic Express in that position to have those titles. It's a safe bet because these guys are always here. They're always healthy. It's a safe pick to put the titles on them for right now. But when those titles come off of them, let's now embed these guys into a singles competition. And
Yeah.
let's get them going. Let them flying. Let's go. The tag team division is going to be okay. They're going to be all right. They got
The
more than
tag team
enough tag
division
teams.
is not hurting one bit.
And
No.
he's already proven that he can hang because that championship match he had against Omega
And I'm saying I want
on
to
that, what was that a Rampage Saturday night? What was that?
Yes, I think it was Rampage Saturday night.
The
And I-
Saturday, really?
And I want to see it more consistently. I don't want to see these one-offs with Jungle Boy. I want to see him in consistent competition with top-level talent.
Yeah.
Like I said, like a Sammy Guevara, like the way we're about to push Warlow, like the way we give some love to everybody else, like a Darby Allin. You putting him in there with top-level talent. Let's go. Come on, put this guy kid in here.
100%.
So I think we're on the same page there.
Yes,
But we
sir.
had Pac taking on Wheeler Yuta. Enough said. You know, Pac goes over.
Enough said.
Not really much to talk about there.
Yeah, that was all right.
It was an okay match, right?
Yeah, it was all right.
Emergency board meeting. Emergency board meeting. There's trouble in paradise over here at the Hardy. Hardy. What's the abbreviation stand for now? What the
He
hell?
doesn't even say it.
Like I'm confused. Is
Yeah,
it
he almost chokes on
HFO?
it. He says,
which all right? Let's before we. I don't got time to sit here and try to figure it out.
no,
The whole point to this is they're falling apart, and Matt looks like Matt gonna get voted out, man. That's it. You're gone, buddy. We got tired of
Yeah.
you. You leading us to
Matt
darkness.
Can we
All
run
right.
it back one time?
let's
with,
be honest. Were they ever really that together anyway?
No,
Was that a hot faction? Was that a hot teaming?
No,
No.
that was a faction
None
that
of it was.
failed. I'm sorry.
look at my face.
That
None
was
of
a
it.
faction that failed. I'm sorry. Private Party.
Party was
listen,
good on
when-
their own. They were
They were
good
stayed on their
great
own.
on their own.
They didn't need nobody.
Private
Oh,
Party was
nobody?
one of my Private Party was one of my favorite tag teams when AEW started. When I found out that they got Private Party, you know how hype I was, bro.
Boys are good. I'm watching boys since the NYWC, man. Them days, The first time I seen them, I was in Deer
They
Park.
are
And I
good
said, these
on their
boys are
own. They
talented.
do not need to be part of a faction.
And sometimes you gotta just let guys go. But in this particular case, man, we got an icon showed up as they put in the boots to Matt. An icon decides to show up, dancing, prancing
while his brothers get his ass kicked.
prancing, shaking the tail feather, and decides that he want to stop on the ramp
Matt
and
is
dance
just
his ass off
getting his ass
while
whooped.
his brother's getting his head stomped in. Now, listen, call it what you want, but if I did that to my brother gonna whoop my ass
Bro,
by the time it's over.
Bro,
You understand me?
even Rebby Hardy came out and said some shit on her Instagram about it.
Look, kudos to those who will love the Hardy Boys and love to see Jeff Hardy in AEW. I gave my comments on it on Thursday. Does nothing for me. Jeff Hardy is the same Jeff Hardy I saw him a couple of 3 months ago in WWE. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing. Still the same face paint. Still the same wardrobe. Still the same everything. It don't nothing change, man. It hasn't changed. Why am I getting excited about it now? People jumping out the window, the marking out was crazy.
That hard for that one.
The marking out I saw on TV of people in the stands just jumping on top of each other. Y'all need to relax,
I think it
guys.
was more so a fact that we knew that it was coming.
But
we really knew that this was coming for months now. Matt's been throwing subs about it. Jeff's been throwing subs about it. You know, they've both been going. Even fucking Matt's wife's been throwing subs about it.
But we know.
But we knew it was going to happen.
We know we're not getting them Jeff Hardy of 2001.
Exactly. We knew exactly what we were going to get.
You're getting an older gentleman, Jeff Hardy, that's going to try to do his best to help out younger talent. That's what you're getting.
I could have been Rumpelstiltskin and woke up and still thought it sucked. So,
like, what the?
I mean,
what are you walking out for? Like, I don't get it. I'm confused. Okay,
fanboys.
I'm confused.
Fanboys, don't be confused. They're fucking fanboys.
Like, this is ridiculous.
By the way, speaking of Jeff, did you guys see what he said about Undertaker?
No.
He came out and said something about the match that he was in with Undertaker. Remember the ladder match that he was in with Undertaker?
The table ladders and chairs match for the Undisputed Championship.
Yeah, he said that Undertaker went very easy on him in that match, and he made it easy for him in that match, and that he will never get the opportunity to personally thank Taker for that.
You can call him up and say thank you.
What the fuck you mean? He's never gonna get the opportunity.
I'm like, bro, like,
go to his house.
Go to his fucking house. Like, you know the guy, bro. Like,
what are we doing?
Go fucking thank him for it, bro. Like,
I had enough Jeff Hardy for 1 week.
What? I can't. What?
I'm like, did fucking Michelle ban you from going to the Taker compound? Like,
I don't understand. What do you mean you're never gonna get the chance? Yes, you are.
Then you got the man's number, bro. Fucking call him.
I can't. You know, Warlow's ready to kill somebody.
I had to leave. I had to work my way into that smoothly because I knew you guys were gonna jump all over me.
Oh my god! I'm like, what?
I was like, there's a build up. That was a good build up.
That was good. Some of the things that people say just blows my mind.
It was bad, bro.
AEW Tag Team Championship match. We had Jurassic Express take on the Acclaim. Now the Acclaim coming out here, always running their mouth, annoying as hell. But I have to say, I've taken a liking into these guys, man. They annoy me, but they're doing their job. Their job is to annoy me.
Anthony Bowens is a great wrestler.
See, that's good heat.
That's good heat. Like, you're annoying, but you're supposed to be annoying, and that's okay.
I watched Bowens when he was the Battle Club Pro champion.
Yeah, Bowens is good, man. I like both of these guys. I think all parties here involved were phenomenal, and just another good match. Coming off of one good match from the Jurassic Express on Sunday, rolling into this match, another solid one. I got to give credit where credit is due. Jurassic Express always was good together. We only hated on the fact that we want to see these guys branch out. Once you lost Marco Stunt, you're good. Don't need nobody else. You're good.
Yeah.
Now,
Can we get
Same with
into
Christian.
real quick?
I don't know what the hell you want to do with him.
Yeah, that's another thing I want to talk about.
Christian
This
did perform well in the ladder match.
whole
did.
thing I want to talk about the whole thing that's going on with best friends, because I feel like we're adding too many people to this faction now. I feel like
Well,
you got Trent. You still got the original two, Trent and Chucky T. But now we still got Orange Cassidy in there. We got fucking Danhausen in there now, and Wheeler Yuta, and Chris Statlander.
Well, she's been in there for a while.
Yeah, she's been a part of Best Friends for a
She's
little
been
bit.
part of that
No,
for a
she's
long
been
time.
a part because
Danhausen.
Danhausen has to go.
Danhausen does not fit in. Like
Danhausen doesn't fit into
he's
the
good. He's funny.
I don't want to hear nobody. I don't want to hear no one talk shit about the comedy relief with WWE is annoying as hell. This guy's showing up with face paint on, casting spells on people. Guys.
He looks like a child.
Putting curses on people and
Cut
shit.
it out, man. He looks like a poor man's Darby Allin. Like first of all, he looks like a mime that's in training, not even a full professional mime. He's a mime in training, on the street trying to get it right, messing up the moves. Like this is terrible. So don't get me started on Danhausen.
And apparently, Cassidy's hurt. So,
yeah.
But anyway, moving on.
Like, come on,
I was just
Orange Cassidy.
had to get that one in there.
Oh my God.
Danhausen, please.
You got Thunder Rosa, AEW Women's Championship Eliminator. The legit Layla Hirsch taking on Thunder Rosa. Now, Thunder Rosa did not have a good showing at the pay-per-view. I thought the match was very much lackluster. Talk about expectations set so high to let me down so hard. I fell flat on my face.
Yeah,
Damn
I
it,
don't know
I was
why they did
disappointed.
That was terrible. I was like, why did they do that to me?
I was disappointed.
We
man.
all really
that was bad.
And we all really like, and it's crazy because even on AEW's page, when they do like the polls for the matches, even everybody had picked Thunder Rosa to win that match.
Listen, well, what is it? Tomorrow, Wednesday, they're doing it again?
Yeah,
Right?
doing it
With
this
the
Wednesday,
steel
right?
cage?
Yeah.
This at the St. Patty's Day bash. Yeah,
So we're doing a steel cage, so maybe
it'll happen then.
But if that's the case, then you didn't need to have the match at the pay-per-view.
But goes back to what me and Chris and you were talking about, Mark. Booking, guys.
Yes.
Booking means something, okay? As much as you guys want to hate on everybody else's booking all over the place, you have a company, you got to book it right. So have a match that means that you basically, it felt like both ladies did not take this match seriously at all.
No.
It seemed like after the announcement of the steel cage, it made sense as to why they just went through the motions, because they're obviously saving it for the steel cage.
They wanted to put it in a slightly bigger event.
Why?
So you should have saved
Why
it.
didn't we do that at the pay-per-view?
Should have saved it.
Yeah, why did we not do that at the pay-per-view?
That's all I'm asking.
So you basically didn't give her the belt at the pay-per-view, but now you're gonna put her in a fucking steel cage match and basically let me and have her go over on fucking Layla Hirsch and basically just like you're throwing it in my face like, hey, she's gonna win the title now.
The two differences here. You gave me a match that I paid for that was absolute dog crap. But you give me the
free,
you give me the better version for free?
You're gonna give me a slobber knocker.
What? I'm so confused.
What are we doing?
And let's just state this: Layla Hirsch is not legit. Sorry.
Yeah, I was feeling her in the beginning, but then I'm just like, it went.
I'm gonna be honest. I was never feeling her. I just tried to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, no.
I can't give you the benefit of the doubt, young lady. You just don't got it, lady.
No, she don't have it at all.
You job squad level on the women's division. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's the truth. Job squad. Moving on. Sammy Guevara. Scorpio Sky.
Yeah.
Man's carrying around 2 belts unnecessarily. Title versus the streak. I love the title. Man, that was pretty cool. They did that title versus the streak. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
But long time coming, man.
It was good, but I wasn't crazy about the match. I felt like they could have gave me a little more out of that match. I feel like Scorpio wasn't giving it his all in that match. I've seen better out of him.
I do feel that Scorpio, with the backing of the boys, like with Ethan Page and Dan Lambert, he had a little bit of a confident swag upon him that I haven't seen.
But give me that Scorpio and Sammy 1-on-1. Get fucking rid of Ethan Page. Send Dan Lambert to the back and let him go up against Sammy 1-on-1 without anybody on the side, and let me see how he does, because I've seen how he could do when he was with SCU, and the kid is great.
Man, talented. And he too read up on his contract, so I expected him to be around for a little while. He's going to be here in AEW for quite some time. There really was no other place for him to go, to be honest with you, where he was going to be successful, given age and trying to mix it all together and who's going to believe in him. I think he's in the right spot. I love the fact that he has a title now. I think it adds to him that got some. We talk about putting some stank on it. This is going to put some stank on him. He has a belt now. Now he adds some flavor to that.
Mm-hmm.
Will Ethan Page get a little jealous? Will Ethan Page now try to shoot for the moon?
That's
right.
I said that too the other night, actually, when I was watching that match. I was like,
storytelling.
Well, and you're gonna, the outside interference is heel tactics, and to defeat Wardlow, you're gonna need.
Oh, you're gonna need all that.
You need all that.
You might even
and then some on Wednesday. So
you might even need the sweet Paige Van Zandt.
Because there's no way it's believable that Scorpio would beat Wardlow.
Can we cut to the end of the match? Okay, let's cut to the end of the match real quick. So Ty, and this is where I'm starting to get sick of this whole, we get it. You guys are fucking. We get it.
We understand.
Ty Conti literally came out on her.
By the way, you got matching tattoos of each other's names on their chest.
That was a henna tattoo.
Oh, it was henna. Jesus,
it was henna. If you watch Sammy Guevara's vlog, they showed it at the end. Yes, they showed it. They're not that stupid.
I pray
they're not that stupid. I'm sure his ex-fiance would have friggin' got in touch with him whiling about that bullshit. But she's irrelevant at this point anyway. So but anyways, getting back to Ty came out on Twitter and on Instagram while they were laying on top of each other in the ring, and basically said, "This is me after 4 rounds." And I'm like, "Come on, Ty. We get it. You're fucking."
People, listen, this is where I turn around and say, don't press send. Put the Twitter down. Stay off of the social media.
Yeah, we don't need it.
Stop, man.
Well, listen, they're pushing it on TV, so
it's at the point where it's annoying as hell.
Oh, it's annoying as hell. But but that's Tony Khan putting it into the program.
It's not only that it's annoying as hell, but like I said, and we've talked about this before, hold that thought. Write it down if you have to. You have this woman that you proposed to on live fucking TV in the middle of a ring in front of a huge ass crowd, and now you're literally just throwing it in her face.
Oh, that has nothing to do with anything.
That you're piping one of the best looking women in AEW.
That has nothing to do with it. It's the fact that Tony Khan is putting personal shit on the TV the way they did with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. We don't need it.
Okay,
listen, I don't know this poor girl. That's her business. That's their personal. But I don't need to see the girlfriend making the save. The girlfriend doesn't need to make the save.
Yeah, look, even Josh just said it. Who cares what they're doing behind closed doors? I
think I know why we're pushing this.
Okay, so why are we pushing
with
this?
The recent rumors of Paige Van Zandt being signed to AEW?
Okay,
could we be pulling that angle of I'm gonna distract Sammy, throw that thing at him, which will set up a program with her and Ty Conti.
It'll be it'll be a mixed tag, and then they'll have a program with each other, and all that.
I don't know because Paige literally like in the ring with her husband the other day. Yeah, so it's like,
But
where does that come in? I don't know. Could be.
It could be, but for story purposes, you could go that route. Throw a little distraction to Sammy. You know, he is.
But I wouldn't see.
You know, he a flirtatious individual,
and that's gonna
he's
make
a nice looking gentleman.
Really hate that storyline.
But listen, hate it, but this is wrestling. It does happen. I know AEW is supposed to be different. Everybody's looking for an alternative, but are you that different? Are you so different? You haven't been proving lately that you've been
and you're giving me certain shit that WWE gave to me back in the day, but you just
which is basically wrestling. Me and Chris say all the time, wrestling just recycled bullshit.
Yeah, wrestling
but
is all recycled bullshit. We see it in a different manner.
We love it. It's nothing that we haven't never seen before.
Yeah, but I don't need to see your girlfriend making the save. That's where I'll leave it.
Yeah, he doesn't. We don't need that.
It was sad and pathetic.
It was a little weak. Man.
And weak.
Was it cool to watch her get laid out? Yeah, that was dope. Like, because it was like, all right, I'm so sick of y'all annoying selves. Somebody gotta lay you out. Ty Conti, I love you, but goodness gracious, this is getting out of hand now.
A little less of Ty Conti.
Yes, a little less, more energy,
more
energy, less Ty Conti. I'll take it. Unbelievable. Well, guys, skimming through and looking through and seeing what you have over here in NXT. There's a lot of good to talk about.
Wait. We're talking NXT now?
Oh yeah, we're gonna jump over to NXT.
We'll talk about my broken heart and my broken sense of everything.
Yeah, go ahead. Let her rip.
What the fuck did I watch on Friday night with the newspaper, fucking the shoe shine boy from the 1940s? That's now called Butch. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, that was.
Could someone please tell me what the fuck was that?
And he even said it. He even was like, "You guys might know him under another name, but we know him by his nickname,
Butch."
So
fuck. I said, wait a minute.
And he looked like a fucking shoe shine boy. Or the lead in Newsies. You pick one.
Fucking Botch.
Fucking chimney sweep over here.
Yeah, you look like the fucking.
What's going on here?
They had him fucking show up like the guy from what's that fucking show?
I was like, are you about to seize the day with the rest of the Newsies? Like, what's
the
going
fuck?
on? You're gonna let the attack this to pull it?
What's
going on, man?
You had a natural character there, the Bruiser Wing. He was a badass. Now his name is Butch.
He's Butch with suspenders.
I couldn't tell.
Suspenders on, Chris.
I couldn't tell
with the suspenders and a white beater.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell though with the Kango.
Or Guinea Tea, whatever you
cut
prefer.
his fucking hair.
Yo,
they trimmed him up. Yeah, he cleaned up. Yeah, his hair was. He still had the bun, but it was definitely shorter.
But
the beard was gone. He's all cleaned up.
But Chris, this what drives me crazy. He took the look of the gentleman he was feuding with over in NXT. Tell me that man over there.
He borrowed his t-shirt.
Didn't wear the same t-shirt.
He wore the same t-shirt, but not the suspenders.
What the?
It's a combo of Tony D'Angelo and Madcap Moss.
I'm confused.
There's a show on fucking Netflix, and I can't remember the name of the damn
Peaky
show.
Blinders?
Peaky fucking Blinders. There you go.
He was like a character out of Peaky Blinders.
Yes.
Like the bartender out of Peaky Blinders. Look,
because that takes place in the 1920s. So poor Pete Dunne got rocketed back to the 20s.
Unbelievable.
Dude, it's just...
I can't. What's up, Chico? It's Razor Ramon.
Look, shout out to
Come on, Runyon.
The point is,
you're the man, bro.
The point is, we can't continue to support this, man.
No.
What's next?
Yeah, no, I can't do it, man.
You gonna change
Walter
to Tommaso? He's just gonna be Tommaso.
It's gonna be
Sounds-
Tommaso,
tomato ketchup.
it sounds like he
tomato
sounds,
ketchup.
he's a salsa company that you buy at the grocery store. Like what the like what is going on?
Just
What?
like Wendy
Of
Chu.
all
You literally
days.
Wendy Chu. You literally took her from that whole angle with Xia Li because you brought Xia Li up, and
She's a
you had
slumber
that
party lady.
whole angle with Boa where she was like this badass chick, and now she's a chick that sleeps all the fuck time.
Yo, my girl Snorlax from Pokemon.
Snorlax, there you go.
This is
She's
funny.
Asian Snorlax. Well, Snorlax is already Asian.
But-
but-
Yeah, before we get into the show, I just want to do my
Oh my
rest
god.
in peace, Pete Dunne.
Vaya con Dios.
Oh my god.
Adios, amigos.
Can we turn
Pizza.
Braun Breaker, since Braun Breaker is called up, can we turn his name to Steiner now finally?
I think they have to. I'm going with the Jim Cornette route. Who he only refers to him as Steiner.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing.
I think if we keep calling him Steiner, they're gonna be forced to change it.
Yeah,
The crowd, let's get crazy. When you see him chant Steiner,
Braun Steiner.
Well, you're going.
It works.
You're going to Dallas.
Yeah, Andrew, I said, Andrew, we gotta change his name because he's look. We can't sing his praises enough. We've heard people say they haven't seen somebody catch on this fast since Kurt Angle.
Yeah, you got
How-
Scott
the guy-
Steiner. You can literally change his name to like Steve Steiner or some shit.
Now, granted, the guy's uncles and his uncle and his father are big in the business, so they were teaching him some things. So he had a leg up already.
What's his
But
first name?
Bronson.
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 So-
So there you go. So yeah, just leave it Braun Steiner. Bronson Steiner.
The point is, he was just in training camp with the Ravens. He wasn't in no wrestling ring.
I'll be right back.
The man left training camp, went to the PC, and is running through everybody
Yeah,
like a seasoned vet.
he got to the PC last February.
Like a seasoned vet, Chris.
Yeah.
Destroying guys. So let's be real here. We're gonna start from the top because it is
Go ahead.
we're not gonna roll through all of the fluff. We're gonna touch on some big key points and we're gonna move forward. We had the triple threat match go down. Braun Breaker taking on Tommaso Ciampa, taking on Dolph Ziggler. I love the fact that Dolph went back because we talk about this all the time too. When you got nothing for guys up top, let them go back down. Either give somebody else the rub, get the big win over the guy that like a Dolph Ziggler who holds pretty high standards for himself in the WWE. But if not, give them the title or give them a run to get to revamp themselves, recharge the batteries a little bit. It's going to help your younger talent. It can't hurt them. It's only can help them. So this route they did. And lo and behold, we got a new NXT champion. And his name ain't Ciampa and his name ain't Breaker. His name is Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah,
They went the route, and I love the route they went and how they went about it. This is some people compared this to the Rhea Ripley Charlotte situation. No, it's different. And I'm gonna tell you why. Rhea got challenged by Charlotte after she won the Royal Rumble. It wasn't like she showed up and decided to just whoop someone's ass. Dolph Ziggler showed up unannounced, got involved, and said, "No, I'm doing this, whether you like it or not. Try to move me out the way." Ciampa tried. It didn't work. Braun Breaker tried to come to the rescue and back up his boy. That didn't work. But all three men have something in mind. At the end of the day, Ciampa and Breaker ain't best friends. They have a common enemy, but they both. Ciampa got wants something that Braun has. Dolph Ziggler got something that Braun has. Why not make it a match? I love the way they booked it. I like the fact that these guys were featured on Raw and really gotten out there and shown who they were. So people aren't confused on who Tommaso Ciampa is. The kids, now you know, kids, he's a guy with the beard. You know, he's a bull-headed guy that's tough and strong. Got a whack theme song, but we'll talk about that another time. Not to mention, he looks amazing in the singlet. I wish the guy would have wore a singlet all the time. What the hell? I was like, dude, you should put the singlet back on. You look great. You know, the crazy thing is, I didn't see it coming. I thought for a second Braun Breaker was going to run NXT for a little while longer, but damn it, I didn't see this coming.
Well, he's obviously up.
He up. He's officially up on the main roster.
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about Braun Breaker moving up, and you caught me by surprise with Dolph Ziggler winning the title. Now, for Dolph's sake, Chris and Mark, where do we go here with Dolph and the title? Who chases Dolph?
Well, I'm assuming it's going to be a rematch because from what I read, they wanted Breaker to win the title with a big crowd, which makes no sense.
Stand and deliver, or we talking WrestleMania?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know where they're going to put that thing on.
Oh, Chris, can we possibly get our wish of having the NXT Championship match featured on WrestleMania?
It would be great.
Lovely.
If we did.
Have the North American Championship main event stand and deliver. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it.
No.
Just have this match because clearly you want Braun Breaker to be your next big thing. The way you do that and you feature him is by having him on WrestleMania, where the most eyes will see him. This is a no-brainer. Could it be a more perfect situation for the WWE right now? How do we get Kurt Angle?
Here's one of two things I've been thinking. He wins it at Stand and Deliver, and then shows up, and then not during the match, but after the Lesnar match, he confronts whoever in that ring.
Did you guys read this comment by
as the NXT champion?
I want to read this comment that Runjan just made. It says, go to WWE.com/superstars. Scroll through the page. It's like repeating the looks or gimmicks. Each person is a replacement for someone they released. That's a valid point.
Meaning who?
Runjan, give us an example in the comments.
Like, what does that mean? It doesn't. I'm not really sure.
If they were like, all right, so they released Bray Wyatt recently. Do you have anybody?
No one looks like Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, like that's
Aleister Black. No one looks like him.
Yeah, so that's kind of hard
Keith
to say.
Lee. No one looks like him.
Maybe not so much
I don't see them.
No one looks like Scarlett Bordeaux.
Damn sure don't.
So there's a reason for that.
I don't know if anybody come close right now.
There's a reason. Here's the one thing I don't want to see with Braun Breaker. Don't make him do the spear.
Yeah, don't do that. No,
he doesn't need the spear.
Just let him do the gorilla press.
Let him do what he does. He doesn't need the spear.
I love the Steiner recliner. Yes, you got to do that.
Yeah,
come on.
All the other shit he does, I just don't need him doing the spear.
Just don't do the spear. Now, if you want to do the spear as a replacement for your DDT, cool. It's not a finishing move. It's not a specialty move. You do it when you're in a tight situation and you got to get out of it.
Absolutely.
That's kind of like the DDT. When you hit a reversal, you kick him in the gut, you hit him with the DDT, you both lay down.
But don't make it a finishing move. Just
don't make it a finishing move. Hell no. He doesn't need to make it a finish. Don't get me wrong. I do like his spear. I do like it because it's an actual formidable tackle. You know, he actually knows how to tackle people. So it's not a cheap step to the side, get out of the way. His spear is going right through you.
It's not an edge spear.
Yes. And that's what we talked about, how Goldberg basically was the football tackle.
Goldberg was a football tackle.
He just hit the shit out of you. And some people say it would hurt because sometimes he didn't know his own strength.
Roman Reigns, football player, tackle.
His Roman Reigns like a heat-sinking missile shooting at you. But too many people doing a spear. It's like everybody doing a super kick.
Yeah.
Let him do the powerhouse moves.
Breaker don't need that spear
in his blood. His uncle never did the spear. I don't think his father ever did a spear.
No.
Let him do the powerhouse moves that he gets the mat wrestling from his dad. He gets the power from his uncle. It's a perfect mix.
Yeah.
Gorilla press is his finish. You make him do it. That's what you do. I would love to see him pick up Roman Reigns and fucking walk around with him up in the air and drop him like a bad habit. Wouldn't that be a damn good showing for him?
Oh, hell yeah. It just makes him look all the more like a big man.
Oh, man, they go like a badass. He picks up Brock, walks around the ring, drops him right on the sack of dimes. He calls the neck. Come on now. That'll be a beautiful thing for this kid. Got high hopes for Braun Breaker, man. I really wish him the best, but I'm very curious. I do know the rematch is coming, like Chris just said.
I am curious.
I want to see where they do it, man. I think WrestleMania Day 1, Day 2 is a perfect opportunity for it. How about this? Have the match start at Stand and Deliver and goes to a no contest, but you finish it night 1 at WrestleMania. Too many run-ins, Tommaso Ciampa getting involved. Forget it. We don't got time to finish it here. It will be done at night 1 at WrestleMania, first match of the night. You guys get your ass out there and finish this match because you're not done.
I think
that would be a great storyline building.
Whatever goes on is going to be done tonight. I think Breaker shows up tonight, and then you'll find out what's going on WrestleMania weekend.
I like
getting that rematch.
Tell me it doesn't give you chills listening to the kid talk, man. He sounds just like Scott.
He's spitting image of Scott.
It's crazy. Listening to him sounds like I'm listening to Scott talk.
Yeah.
And Scott had that blunder with the math promo. I think he got a little ahead of himself, and he tried to recover, it never recovered. Scott Steiner was never a bad promo. You know, he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't the greatest.
People in the YouTube age find one bad promo and they act as if that was the whole career.
No, it wasn't his whole career. We know the tapes. He was not a bad promo to that level. He had that one blunder. It happened. I'm not gonna hold the man's feet to the fire because he made a mistake because he had a blunder. It was like a brain fart. He couldn't recover. He tried to, but he couldn't. It happens. All right? But look, the kid can talk. The kid is very relevant to today. Relatable, young, got the size, got the look. He can walk in there. He's everything that I wanted Ryback to be. Powerhouse guy, got the look, size. Ryback couldn't really talk that well.
Man.
No, but he couldn't talk that well. But you know, you get him a mouthpiece, he could have done good things. But you didn't book him correctly. You gave him too much too soon and kind of fumbled it, and it never recovered. This kid, slow burn it. Kurt Angle, slow burn. You got to get him into a rhythm. Kurt won the European title and the Intercontinental title first. But I'm not saying that slow, but get him involved into somebody's face. Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. Get him involved. Now make him work for it, but don't throw him out there to the wolves on night 1 after WrestleMania title match. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is keep him involved. Keep him lurking around.
Wow.
Because we got to get eyes on this kid, man. I think don't drop the ball. They can't drop the ball with this. This is the future. This is it right here. We're watching them. Roman ain't going to be around for much longer. Yeah. This kid is the replacement. He is it. So you got to strike. But you got to do it calculated. You got to have it right. Don't fumble this. Please, WWE, I'm begging you, don't fumble it. Begging you. You screw this up, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I don't know where you go. Don't know where you go from here. Man, oh man. We got the Women's Dusty Classic. We still got that going on, guys. How about that? All right, Raquel Gonzalez and Corey J taking on Dakota Kai. Now, Wendy. Oh man.
Why?
I don't know. The character is just silly to me.
It's all over the place with that character.
It's just every time I see it, it makes me laugh. As Kai and Chu go over on Gonzalez and Jade, and they advance to the finals of Dusty Classic. Really? Wendy 2 beats Raquel Gonzalez.
Yeah.
A former NXT Women's Champion.
The Sleepy
and
Girl.
Tag Team Champion.
A former unbeatable Women's Champion.
Dominating. No, I'm just I have a hard time. I have a hard time dealing with this, man. This is annoying. Where things just don't make sense. This woman division used to be really, really good. Now it's turned into complete moot. Girls are down there late. I'm not saying girls. Ladies are down there too long.
Way too long.
Like Io Shirai,
Io
Raquel
Shirai.
Gonzalez, Dakota Kai. These ladies should have been called up already.
Yeah,
Do you
Why
not
is
have enough
fucking Io
ladies?
still down there?
a while ago. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Do you not have enough ladies? What is going on? Why haven't they got the call? Give them a tryout on Raw,
Especially
SmackDown. Call
Io.
them up. You're bleeding up there in their women's division, bleeding out. Like I
They're
don't
running the
understand.
same matches back constantly.
Hemorrhaging, Chris. Hemorrhaging. What is
Yeah.
going on? Call
I don't
them
know.
up. What you waiting for? You gonna wait to what? You gonna wait till Monday after WrestleMania? You can see Raquel Gonzalez debut on Raw. Come on. Tiffany's God, another one that just don't got it.
Tiffany
Don't got
Stratton?
Yeah, Tiffany Stratton don't got it, man.
No.
Don't got it. This reminds me a lot of Alexa Bliss and early stages of the fairy gimmick. And I said the same thing about Alexa, and I said, this girl don't got it, man. This ain't gonna work. This is not gonna work. It's not gonna get over with anybody. Nobody's gonna care. But what did she do? She revamped herself into this badass that Rodney fell in love with. And I said, this is gonna take her to new heights. This is the one that's gonna be a Hall of Famer right here. She dead. Now that's the girl that got it. This girl don't got it, man. I don't see it at all. Fallon Helene is who she took on. Look, this is just
It's ridiculous. Don't even waste a thought.
I can't even stomach.
You already
I gave it too much time.
Materialized it. She don't have it.
I gave it too much time.
You gave it too much time. You don't have it.
Last man standing match. This feud has been really damn good. LA Knight taking on Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller. We talk so much shit about Grayson Waller on this show, but I have to say, Grayson Waller really holding his own in this. And LA Knight's been carrying it, but
it's all LA Knight.
He's been holding his own when the matches go down.
Somewhat. No.
I'll give him 5%.
He does one move. He does that stupid dive through the rope, and he does the fucking
that crisscross applesauce elbow drop.
Come on, this has gone on way too long, as far as I'm concerned. LA Knight should be on to bigger things.
LA Knight and Braun Breaker. I need both of them on Raw.
Yeah,
immediately.
And you just said it. We've talked about Grayson Waller a lot, so I don't think we need to give him any more rub.
I'm giving him 5% of the doing here because you showed up 5%.
He sucks.
He's held his own a little bit, but it's time to move on.
You want to talk about not believable? Him doing anything to LA Knight is not believable.
Man, I can't. Anywho, woman's
What,
Dusty
you
Classic.
read the comment?
Yeah, from Runyon.
Friggin' Runyon.
Because he goes, this dude looks like Stone Cold and The Rock had a kid. It's
who is it?
It's a Rampage Brown. I believe NXT UK. But that's another thing. Call some of them up. What are we doing? Listen, they can get into the country. They can.
What happened to Dragunov?
Yeah, what happened to Ilya Dragunov?
Chris, your guess is as good as mine. I'm convinced that's where Triple H is. I think Triple H is hiding in NXT UK. I don't think he wants to come back stateside. I think he's hiding.
I mean,
he's holding out, waiting it out until something bad happens. Then he has to come back. I promise you, he's hiding out over there. Why would I come back? I'm not coming back over to stateside. I'm hanging out right here with these guys. I'm gonna build this again. I can't wait till they get people in the building and get things moving over there.
And Dragunov has the name where you could have cut his first name and it still worked.
Yes, Dragunov.
Right? No, instead they do it with Matt Riddle. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Dragunov, if you're gonna cut someone's first name, it's Ilya Dragunov. It worked. But let's cut Matt out of the equation.
Just call him Riddle.
Dude.
I can't. Women's Dusty Classic. Io Shirai, Kaylee Ray versus Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter. that kid in Carter, she's something special. But ain't no match for no Kaylee Ray and Io Shirai. Come on now. What are we doing? We clearly know who's winning the Dusty Classic, right? Like, oh, is it obvious at this point? Io
Is
Shirai,
Yeah.
No. Well, who are you saying?
I think it's gonna be Io and Kaylee Ray.
Are you that sure? Because I'm not.
It'll be after what I
Look
saw.
who just got defeated
Oh, you got a point.
by the
Okay,
sleeping
fair
bear. I mean, come on.
Oh my
By a
god.
sleeping
Swear
bear.
to God. Yo, she does that move, man. That move makes me laugh every time she does it.
I can guarantee
Shit, she jumps.
those two
it's amazing.
and Dakota Kai with a terrible new gimmick.
What is going on? I think it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. Gimmick fun house down there in NXT right now.
It's
They're trying to
terrible.
figure it out. Yeah, the NXT Championship, Imperium champions taking on MSK. I have to say, Imperium does it again. Strike again with the opportunities that they've been given. They've taken advantage of them. They've stepped up. MSK taking advantage of the opportunities they've been given. They stepped up. And every time these guys hit the ring, and no matter which way, shape, or form, they have all put it together. Kudos to both teams. And now this match ended in a no contest, which was fine. No problem. We're moving on to Stand and Deliver. It's coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll have a bigger match there. Bigger match, bigger stage, people in the building, actual people in the building. I'm not talking about 500 or 600, like a couple hundred people. I'm talking about bodies. We need bodies in the building. Okay?
Yep.
I want to hear the pop, the chants of NXT. It might not feel the same, but by God, if I get me and Andrew might try to get day of tickets, we'll be in the building. Check it out, see the atmosphere, see if people are really interested in this version of NXT. Well, I hope they sell for their sake. But Imperium here, what do you guys think about this run so far?
I think it's great, but
Yeah.
I think maybe it's time they go.
Oh,
How much more can they do?
they've been dragging it out, man. Them and MSK are the best things that they got in the tag team division right now. You know, I thought Del Fantasma was there, but I feel like they're not really booking them to do anything really pretty much. There's not really a tag team division down there anymore. It's just them. This is it. You had Oney Lorcan and you had Danny Burch. You released both of those guys. That was your tag team division. You had Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. That was your tag team division. You split them up. You just like, I don't get it. I don't understand. What are we doing? So who knows? Who knows where it goes after Mania? Could be a lot of call-ups because I know the performance center's packed. We got guys and girls down there doing all kinds of great things and learning. And all right, then let's replace the ones we got. Move those guys and gals in, and let's go. What are we waiting for? The main roster is calling, and they need help. They need desperate help. I don't understand what they're waiting for, man. I really don't. But you're letting opportunities just pass you by. Are these guys waiting for the opportunity to hear what they have to say and say if they want to go or they want to stay? Why not use them while you have them under contract? Bring them up to the main roster, see if they can float, or if they're going to sink or swim. And if it works, keep them. If it doesn't work, then you give them their release and they go somewhere else. Just plan it out that way. I don't understand why this is so difficult. I don't get it. But nonetheless, MSK was one of those teams where I was starting to get nervous about, man. I don't know if Vince is going to like a team like that on the main roster. He just might look at them as flippy guys.
You ain't going to like them.
And the best bet might be for them to stay here, you know, or try to go over to NXT UK and make something out of that and try to rebirth that. You know, I don't know. I think what it's going to take for NXT UK is you're going to need a WWE superstar. I thought Cesaro would have been a perfect pick. Dolph Ziggler and the Dirty Dogs. You know, they're going to need one guy or one gal or maybe both to go over there to bring that brand back up again, cause havoc, have a good match, eyes on the product again to revamp that whole thing all over again. Because they had a following. I know things happen around the world and shut the world down. I get it. But it's time now that we start getting wheels in motion to get things brought back up again. And I feel like the NXT UK has been left by the wayside. You got guys down here in NXT way too long. Main roster, we're tuning out because we have nothing new. It's the same repeated things every week. So when are we gonna? We got older people on the main roster that have been wrestling every week that they shouldn't. Randy Orton should not be wrestling every week. He shouldn't. What do you think his body's breaking down? Because he's wrestling every week. Every house show, every time they go to Randy Orton. No. Call up somebody else to replace Randy Orton's spot. Cut those matches in half. I don't get it. It's not like you don't got the bodies. You got them. Me and Chris talk about it all the time. You got the talent. Use your talent.
Oh, Rod, we're losing you.
Oh, you got me?
I got you.
Yeah, you're breaking up for a second.
But
You're all good.
Indy Hartwell. Is it time for Indy Hartwell to go up? Is she going to continue to just keep getting stuck in love triangles? Is she the love triangle girl?
It looks that way. You can bring her up and make it the love triangle, but Dexter Lumis, what are you doing with him?
Poor Dexter. I thought this guy was going to be the next dark, creepy character that was going to take over that you don't have. You don't have that on the main roster. There's nobody like him. He's different. He's extremely different. Right now, you have no dark character of that nature. Creepy, eerie, dark. Nobody scares me. Nobody scares the kids. He's the guy that can scare the kids. You got to have those kind of characters. You got to have at least one. Back in the day, we had a couple. Recently, we had one of the twosies. Now you got nobody. So, I think they really got to sit down, man, and reevaluate this roster and really see where you made mistakes. You released some guys that you shouldn't have released. You should have released some of these guys and gals.
I'm going back and forth right now between you guys and watching Raw from last week because I didn't actually watch Raw last week. And I'm starting to see the story building here. Because you had Riddle and Orton win the tag team titles back. Now they're going to Mania.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, do they lose the tag team titles at Mania? And this is where we see the heel turn from Orton, and Orton turns against Riddle.
I think you won't see the heel turn for Orton until SummerSlam.
Till SummerSlam?
I think they're saving that. They're saving that for SummerSlam. They want that to be on a major stage.
But I think this is where getting back into. Okay, now this is where we can talk about this. So, getting back into that whole thing with possibly Cody and Seth Rollins, because the way Seth Rollins walked out of that arena, he kind of seemed like they had him seem like he was walked out in like a trance, like he was really pissed off at Kevin Owens, and we know what Seth looks like when he gets pissed off. Like even right now, they got him up on the screen and he's in like a trance. Like he's not even saying nothing. Patrick's talking to him and he's not saying a damn word.
Look, I think you have to take it with a grain of salt right now with the Cody situation. We don't know. I know that we've been hearing reports from everyone that Cody was WWE Creative was told to pencil him in.
Yeah,
don't ink him in, pencil him in because we're trying.
Exactly. That's what and that's to answer just your question from 4 about the whole Cody situation. Me and Roddy did talk about this actually prior to starting the show. That he is apparently penciled in for that match at WrestleMania against Seth Rollins. It's not set in stone. We don't know if it's going to happen. We don't at this point even know if they offered him a contract or if he's even thinking about signing to WWE. It's all up in the air at this point. We have no idea where the hell Cody's going or what Cody's intentions are as far as wrestling goes. We don't. I've heard rumors he's going to wind up in ROH. I've heard rumors that he's
where are those rumors? Where are the? Why would Cody Rhodes, with TV shows and all the clout he's got, go back to Podunk ROH? That's not going to happen. I'll bet my pay it's not happening. He's going to WWE.
Probably, but
we got a better chance of him showing up at WrestleMania.
I got a better chance of doves flying out of my ass than him going to ROH.
When doves cry, like this is, you know, at this point, I want to see Cody do the best for Cody. If going back to WWE and showing your talent that's the next best thing for you, then do it, man. Who cares a damn?
I got high hopes for Cody in WWE if he goes back to WWE. I want to see him go back to WWE. I'd love to see that feud with him and Seth for a little bit, and then I'd love to see him have a feud with The Miz.
It's another guy who The Miz as a character is so damn good.
Like
but The Miz as a wrestler is a tough.
Miz as a wrestler is dog shit.
Like this is what I'm talking about. This is the shit that I'm talking about. We have The Miz and Logan Paul going up against the Mysterio at WrestleMania.
You know what? You just figured it out for me. That's where The Miz needs to be. Anything that has to do with Hollywood and WWE.
Yeah, that's his thing. And I don't want to see Miz. Yeah.
If Cody's coming back, you put him in programs with Seth Rollins. You put him in programs with Kevin Owens.
Yep.
You put him in programs with the top level guys. Hell, I don't care if you put him in a program with Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, whatever you gotta do. But don't put him in there with Miz.
That if Cody is going to show up prior to WrestleMania, there's a rumor that he's going to show up at Raw in Jacksonville. Because Jacksonville's what? Jacksonville's North Carolina, right?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Florida, okay. But there's rumors that he was supposed to show up
it's like
for whatever reason at that
It's
one.
like a stick it to AEW, like, I got your boy to show up in your own backyard. Like, but this is the kind of game Petty Vince plays. You know, he's petty like that. Which, look, I'm not even looking that deep into it.
I don't mind.
Like, it's more of where's Cody going to get the best bang for his buck right now? I think it's a WWE. The revamped character, the comeback story. The kids are going to love it.
If he didn't take Khan's money, he's taking Vince's money.
Oh, come on, man. Who can give me the best money?
He's not wrestling the indie circuit at ROH.
Chris, we know how this works. We've been watching this for too long. It's business. It's not personal.
Business.
Him and Tony just don't rub together right now. And who says he can't go back there? He can.
He can, but these are the same, the same shills that were waiting for John Moxley to break the forbidden door at the Royal Rumble.
Who says WrestleMania, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes is not a one-off? And see if Cody really wants to get back with them. Maybe pay me for the WrestleMania match, and I'll let you know by Tuesday. Or pay me for the WrestleMania match, and I'll let you know by Monday.
Yeah.
If I show up Monday, then you know. If I don't show up, then you know. Like, let's keep it that way. Why can't we do a one-off with Cody and Seth to make WrestleMania exciting? The man's a free agent. He can do what he wants. It's a one-off. Doesn't have to be a permanent thing.
Yeah, just like we did with Mickey James at fucking
Mickey was a one-off, and that's cool. Like, pay the man for the night, do the job. Well, hell no, I don't want him to job the Seth. But if he goes over on Seth, clearly we know the jig is up. We know you're here to stay. You ain't gonna go over on a guy if you're not gonna show up ever again. Doesn't make sense. So Seth goes over on him, and now we kind of know where we stand. It's a one-off. It was fun. You get crowd pop for him. It'll be huge. So Vince wants that. Vince is all about stars, right? Vince is big on stars at WrestleMania. Stars rule the world. Cody Rhodes is a star.
Yeah, it's a big name.
Whether he wants to admit it or not, Cody turned himself into a star. So at this point, Let it be what it is. Cody Rhodes has the opportunity to go wherever he chooses. Whatever's best for Cody, he'll make the decision. Discuss it with his family, discuss it financially. I personally think the money is long either which way he goes, but I personally think the relationship between him and Cody is not about the money, really. It's the relationship. I'm not vibing with him. He's not vibing with me. That's really what it comes down to. So, look, for those of you who want to believe that Cody Rhodes is going back to ROH, going back to ROH to do what? He bet. All right, then. If he's going back to ROH, Chris, the only way that makes sense to me is if he helped Tony purchase ROH. If he has a hand in and put money towards it. That's the only way I see him going back to help anything that has to do with Ring of Honor.
Yeah, but these guys are like he likes the attention.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
on TV. He's not going to sign a deal that takes him off of TV.
No, he
If
left
you
the executive
believe
position
he's going to ROH, then you believe that pigs can fly.
because think about this. Think about the understanding here. He goes, who wrote this? This is funny. I love this. Finally, and a OCD friendly podcast. It is the perfect evolution of big growth. Well, man, happy to be of assistance to you. The bigger thing about this is we have to look at the situation at hand. He left an executive position. He left an opportunity to be on TV. He left money on the table. Why would you leave all of that to go do nothing? Why would you leave all of that to come back to do all that? It doesn't make sense.
No.
It doesn't make logical sense unless he's a crazy man and just doesn't care about making sense and Tony comes back to him with the right number.
No, I don't. Listen.
But like I said, it's not about numbers no more at this point. I think it's about relationship. We just not vibing, man. I tried it. It ain't working, bro.
He's wrestling Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. That's
you booking it. You booking it right here, set in stone.
I'm booking it because what else is Seth Rollins going to do?
Yeah, Seth got to be on.
Yeah, because at this point,
I think Seth comes out, cuts a promo.
I feel like after last week, I feel like that whole thing with him and KO is done.
It's done. Kevin Owens already cut his new promo, calling out Steve Austin.
Here's the question: how we booking this? Do we book it for a one-off between him and Cody, or do we book it for something long-term for him and Cody?
I book it as a one-off.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. Star Power Mania, one-off. Let Cody be a free bird, man. Them locking him into a contract to do what, and then get promised the title run. What happens if you don't come through on that promise? Now you look 10 times worse. He's already been shitting on you for all these years. Like, come on. Do you really want to do that? Do you really want to get shit on more?
I was literally just
you got a lot of potential matches for him.
Oh yeah.
You got AJ Styles. You have
Roman Reigns.
You got Edge.
It's like hey.
I even see whatever. Regardless of Brock Lesnar, you got Edge. You got AJ Styles. You don't need titles to have him booked in really good matches going forward.
Absolutely not.
You have Randy Orton. You have Matt Riddle. You have these dudes that he can go into programs with without putting them in the title chase. Because again, he's not believable against a Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And you have a better question from Anthony Carragher. He goes, better question, what team does he come out to?
And then he goes on to say, will it rival the crowd pop of the Hardy return? I'm assuming that he's talking about the crowd pop of the Hardy return at Mania.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it will.
It'll be big.
I think it will.
It'll be that big if it's a surprise.
Yes. If they surprise it the way they surprise the Hardys.
Yeah. If there's a program on Raw beforehand, then
it just might blow it out of the water.
Yeah.
Because Cody has become such a fan favorite. So over the last 5 years, he's become such a fan favorite over the fanboy wrestling internet community They're going to be in the
maybe we
building.
don't have him show up on Raw then, and we just leave it as a
No.
one-off crowd pop.
As much as nobody wants to admit it, but the crazy fanboys that we see on the internet that shit all over WWE, they're gonna be in the building for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And let their boy Cody Rhodes come across their screen. They're gonna lose their mind.
Oh, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind if they do it as a surprise.
Because like once I see Seth come out and nobody's there, I already know where we're going. All right, we're going a route of surprise. Did you miss me? What the hell are you doing out here? This is my town. This is my whatever. Make it work. I can see them going that route. I think it's the best way to go. One off it. Don't try to lock this man into a long-term deal. Make promises you can't keep, and have him shit on you on the back end.
Absolutely.
Because he's been making you look like a fool, showing you said the guy doesn't have it. You said he wasn't good. You treated him like some of the stuff he was doing was crazy. But the Stardust thing was take the cake moment. When he left that company, he turned into what he turned into. No one saw that coming. So they all knew he was talented enough to do it, but he let his head down. He changed himself into a superstar. The next person to do that I've seen, Drew McIntyre.
He wound up becoming Cody Homelander.
Yeah. So here we
Get
go.
that man some titty milk.
So I just damn, was Homelander? No, I'm not going to get into it. Anyway.
Yes, he was.
Oh God. Anywho, guys, it's been another good episode. Another good one. A lot of thinking points here. Chris booked it. Chris said, and I quote, "He will wrestle Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. You can book it. Tickets already sold. Chris bought the tickets already. It's done.
Book it.
He's booking it. It's over. It's a wrap. Don't come to him with no other options, because this is the final option."
Facts.
All right, Chris, I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm excited.
It's already booked.
I'm excited. If he shows up on Raw, then I'll be really upset because I wanted it to be a surprise. But knowing WWE, they're gonna want to build it and get, because the ticket sales have been not up to par where they wanted them for this Mania. They expected a little bit more. It's gonna put more asses in seats if you book it now and let everyone know it's happening.
Yep.
So I get it. People are really just going there, but then it depends on what night it's on. Don't tell nobody until the pre-show.
Leave it for night 2.
Don't tell nobody.
But don't tell nobody. Yeah, don't tell nobody.
I want people to buy tickets.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you until the pre-show.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you at all.
You don't tell them at all. Just have them come out.
Just have them come out. Matter of fact, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to buy
But
tickets.
my thing is like, if it does happen on night 1, how do you top night 2?
Well, remember, night 1 is really taken over by the ladies.
Yeah, night 1 is okay. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Night 1's really ladies' night. That's how I look at that card. It's ladies' night, which isn't
Night-
bad because
Night 2 is topped by Lesnar and Reigns. That's how.
Yeah. Night 2, you're gonna have Lesnar and Reigns. You got Cody and Seth co-main.
Oh no, they didn't.
What you mean?
Oh man, it's official now.
Well,
Did they really? Oh fuck. Hold on.
well, you the man with TV. Once again, I got my remote near me.
I'm about to go put it on right now. I might have missed it already.
If they jumped the gun and did that,
Yeah, I probably missed it already.
Jesus, I hope they didn't jump the gun and do that without knowing any true information. But I don't think. Are they stupid enough to do that, guys? Like, let's be real.
I don't think after the Benoit they're dumb enough to jump the gun.
Like, that's crazy. Yeah, don't jump the gun, guys. Like,
What is Anthony talking about?
I don't know, Ant. What you talking about, brother? I'll give you 2 more minutes to while I'm closing it out. He goes, yes, they did.
Damn, I missed it. I'll watch it tomorrow.
Man, it's crazy. Crazy.
They did They put up the in memory.
Let me go to
All
let me go take the Google for a second.
Now they're doing their promo with Stone Cold.
Oh yeah, setting that up. He goes. Everybody's like, "Oh no." What do you mean? We're not like, "Oh no." We kind of because look at the beginning of the show, and we kind of got there's conflicting reports. We knew he was coming off life support. Then Dave Meltzer said he's off life support.
Yep, it literally hit WWE Twitter just now.
That he officially passed. Wow. Man, rest in paradise, brother.
Rest in peace, Scott Hall.
So Stone Cold's really gonna wrestle?
Nah, this is a KO show. He's not wrestling.
He's sitting there saying he's fixing to get his ass kicked by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, you know he's gonna know what he's gonna do.
Stone Cold's running a promo right now.
Austin, wait, he's in the ring?
No, they got like a
the
vignette.
video. Oh, the video.
He
Okay.
was in a quad and he just pulled up and he just basically said he's gonna stomp on Kevin Owens.
He's gonna destroy the set.
Yeah,
and
that
toss him
was
around.
from last
There
week.
ain't gonna be no full out match. KO gonna take the
Right,
bump.
I'm gonna turn this off and save this for
I
tomorrow.
can't see Austin in the ring with Nikes on out here trying to perform Luthez press. Like, nah.
I hope not.
But
Oh Jesus.
let's
Be
take
another
it out.
one of my legends
He
going
said-
down the shitter.
He said everybody's like, "Oh no, what you mean?" KO is entering the ring. Oh, here we go. His response to Austin is going to be classic. Like you can only imagine what he has to say.
I'm
Yeah.
just curious now. I kind of want to watch that promo.
But all right, guys, it's been a good one. Another good episode. Leave you with some thinking points, some ideas, some fantasy booking. As you guys know, this Thursday there will be no Andrew's hot takes for St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
I got corned beef
We
and
will be
cabbage to
back.
eat. We'll be
I got
back
ham
on
and
Monday.
cabbage to eat.
We'll be back here on Monday, and I look forward to it, man. I look forward to stocking up on some wrestling and unloading all the beautiful gems of thoughts and talking points to you guys. And what? Don't ruin another legend. Just look. I don't think.
That's how I feel, Anthony.
And
Oh yes, have a great night. You too, Jessica.
oh, Rod, before we take it out, can we get a little 10 bell salute for Scott Hall?
I can pull one up, man. Let me hop in here. But yeah, man. Crazy to think about. Crazy day. Hey, it is what it is. Life happens. It's tough, it's rough. But hey, Town Bell salute. What you saying? What
He says he don't do well with 10 bell salutes.
No, he
He
don't.
really don't. He don't. Don't laugh at in the middle of the damn 10 bell salute. I think they may have messed up. What you
Who?
mean? What? Who messed up? Like, did they
All right,
jump the gun?
I'm out of this conversation. Peace. I'll see you guys.
I got you, brother.
Good show. See you next week.
All right, brother. Later.
All right.
All right, Chris.
Later, Mark.
Later, bro.
Here you go. 10 bell salute.
A 10 gong salute?
Now let's go. We had some technical difficulties during the 10 bell salute here.
Yeah, because you muted your mic and then I couldn't hear nothing at all.
Oh, that's annoying.
We have to run that back real quick.
We gotta run it back. Oh,
We gotta find
man.
first of all, we gotta find a little bit of a better 10 bell salute. That was more like a 10 gong salute.
Well, you asked for a 10 bell salute. That's what
That's
I
a
gave you.
gong, bro.
I don't have 10 bell salutes sitting on deck. Hold on.
Gongs.
Man, that's crazy.
They really don't have a 10 bell salute? Like an actual like WWE bell?
Nah, they really don't got one.
Alright, well we'll try we might have to try to save that.
Anthony, this is all Anthony's fault. He goes, leave it to the bell to be a bad guy. Yeah, that literally ended the 10 bell salute with 2 rings, and that was it. I might have got played. Oh man, that sucks. Didn't mean no disrespect to nobody, but that's kind of crazy.
Hold on.
But yeah, that was nuts. I don't even know what to say to that.
I found a valid one.
Can you play it?
I got it on my phone. I'll play it through the mic.
All right, no problem. Do you?
And that's all she wrote.
Well, man, I appreciate
another live one, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate you wanting to do 10 bell salute. Sorry, I didn't mean no disrespect to nobody. Just the system just stopped working on me. It's very embarrassing.
That's all good, bro.
Oh man, but we fixed it. We made it up for it. I think I'm blaming Anthony for it because every time there's a 10 bell salute that goes on, Anthony is present, something bad happens. Literally, that's not even a joke. Every time there's a 10 bell salute going on and Anthony's around or in the building, something bad happens. So he goes, love you, baby. No, I'm blaming you, bro. This is horrible. It's very embarrassing. I didn't mean no disrespect to nobody about that. Just literally, system stopped working. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it just happens.
Salute. Unbelievable. Anyway, we're moving on. I'm ending the show now.
All right. Well,
unbelievable.
It's been another good one, guys. We will catch y'all next Monday for Behind the Barricade. We will not be doing Andrew's Hot Takes this week because of St. Patty's Day. Catch us next week for Andrew's Hot Takes.
Mm-hmm.
For myself, Chris DeCarlos, and Rodney Harris, this has been another good episode of Behind the Barricade.